Hi, and welcome back to Thone Psalms Nibbles, number 90. And brace yourself, the Psalm of Moses. We think about the Psalms being mainly written by David and people who followed David either on the throne or in the musicians that he placed in positions of power in the temple, and a few other miscellaneous people that are prophets. But this is a case where this is the Psalm of Moses. We read it. The section we're going to read of it is Psalms 90, verses 13 through 17. Return, O Lord, how long? And have compassion on your servants. O satisfy us early with your mercy, that we may rejoice and be glad in our days. Make us glad according to the days in which you have afflicted us, the years of which we have seen evil. Let your work appear to your servants, and your glory to their children. And let the beauty of the Lord our God be upon us, and establish the work of our hands for us. Yes, establish the work of our hands. This is, by a good amount, the oldest psalm in the Psalter. And why is it in the Bible? He's asking for compassion upon the Lord's servants. And what is the communication? This is a reason to rejoice. The application to my life. We know that God disciplines us if we don't learn our lessons and submit to His will eventually. Of course, He is very forgiving of those who do try. In this psalm, even though it may be seen to be about man's failure, and this is its main theme, this psalm really speaks mainly about life, not death, just as our experiences are those of a forgiving, loving God. So was the experience of Moses. We see here, in the closing prayer of this psalm, God's compassion and His love and His desire to give us joy and satisfaction even as we fail in our attempts at goodness. We think of Moses in terms of his success in learning, teaching, and maintaining God's law. However, it must have seemed to Moses that he was a failure, since the people rebelled against his teaching so often. We must understand that as we follow God's path for us, we are not a failure so long as we execute what our assignment was. We are not responsible for the outcome of the assignment. We are responsible for doing what God told us to do. God says, you are responsible for obeying me, not for the success of your assigned ministry. And that's a bitter pill to swallow sometimes. My personal response to this is, Lord, thank you for giving us the opportunity to serve your kingdom. There is no greater joy to me. And I guess that completes today. We'll see you next time.